Rex the dog, laundry vlog. Hello everybody, I am Rex the dog, and I have this YouTube channel, and I post like other stuff on the internet in different places for fun, and I do these things called laundry vlogs where I do some housekeeping in terms that I just take my laundry and I put it out to dry, and I also do some housekeeping as pertaining to this channel and my life, and I talk to you guys about what's going on with me and what sort of things to expect here on this YouTube channel and all the associated Rex hunting dog spaces like the Discord and the Telegram, which you can find in the description for every video that I post. Okay, so what's going on? I'm still feeling good right now. I'm still feeling really, really good. My aim for January has just been like get back into the routine. Just get back into the routine, and then February, we can start real hardcore setting the new goals, right? The new things I want to do for this year. Because I managed to do a lot last year, which you can see on my video that I post, which was called my Year Unwrapped 2024. I managed to get a lot of things done last year, which I wanted to achieve, which I want to do. So I was really happy about. And I'm always thinking about, okay, what's the next things I can do? But the reflection on last year and being able to achieve those things was all just on being patient with myself, being kind with myself, trying to be patient with others, trying to be kind with others, and being consistent, right? And showing up and doing those little things every single day. So in January, after kind of obviously December, a lot of us spend a lot of time, a lot of December, you know, with family, with eating, with celebrating, with parties, a lot of those different things. January for me has just been making sure I'm retaking those consistent habits that may have took a little bit of a sideline during December for rest and time with the family and all that sort of thing. And just getting back to full speed this month has been going really, really well. I've been back to running regularly, which I took a real dip after the marathon. So I'm back to running regularly. We're back in the gym. We're back to doing skateboarding and other things, which I wasn't doing because I wanted to keep the knees as good as possible for the marathon. So yeah, a lot of that stuff, so those physical things going great, and the just sort of general like organization of my life, my work life, my home life, my personal life has been going really, really well, which has afforded me a lot of time to do all the other things I like to do, like watch movies, read comic books. I'm back into reading books. I'm back into reading comic books, and really enjoying it. So yeah, no, it's going good. The start of this year, really, really content. A lot of things been going on in terms of the music, which I'm going to be putting out soon. Mastering those tracks, you know, getting them how we want to. We're in talks with getting the EP, the first songs printed on CDs, which I can take along to like fur meets and conventions and and stuff like that. And the idea of like T-shirts for when we like eventually start playing shows as a band. So I've met with some people who printed the T-shirts for the run club that I do about like how, hey, can we do some T-shirts for the band and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff moving along in that regard. Really, really happy about that. So just feeling great. Just the free time I've been enjoying as well. Just being back in my home, back in the city here after traveling back to the UK to see my family. Really happy to be here again amongst all my friends and amongst my space. I don't know if you can see it right here. I think it's way too bright, but this morning I rescued like this really big plant. I need to look at what that is. It's a little bit yellow on some of the leaves, but some of the other leaves are doing pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can rescue this guy and bring him back to life, and also just fill out the balcony out there with a bunch of plants over time. I think that'd be really, really cool and a really nice space for me to sort of like sit out, have a cup of tea, read comic books, read books, stuff like that, and maybe even do a couple of little videos sat out there on the balcony with you guys. So yeah, like that's really nice. I'll I'll show him in a bit better light in a different video or a community post or something like that, and we can track the progress of that guy and see if we can give that plant some good treatment. So yeah, it's all feeling pretty darn good at the moment. I've got a FurryCon I'm going to be attending soon. I just need to get that organized and get the tickets. That's going to be here in Madrid. I believe it's the first week of May. It's called Ibercon. I'm going to be attending that. I'll probably host a few little activities myself, as long as just like checking it out and seeing all the people. So I'll post more details about that. So that's going to be in first weekend of May, I think it is. Ibercon in Madrid. So that'll be cool. Look forward to that. Hopefully I'll have like, the plan is to have like a lot of the music and like CDs and t-shirts and stickers and stuff like that from the band ready for that event. So if you want any of those things, you know, you can pick some of that stuff up at the convention. But I'll talk more about that in the coming weeks as we figure that stuff out. I've talked about this a few times already, but I've been really enjoying Black Myth Wukong, the video game. I've been playing a lot of Black Myth Wukong, really enjoying it. It's got me really interested in a lot of things. It's got me interested a lot in Chinese mythology. So I think I'm going to start diving into that. If anybody knows any good sort of like entry points for people who are interested in reading and learning about Chinese mythology, I would be interested in that. It's got me interested in just like Chinese media in general, because I think the music, the graphics of the game itself, I think the animation studios who do all the end of chapter stories, I think all that animation's great. So that's got me really excited about like media and stuff that could be coming out of China, because it's not something I've really looked into. I possibly have an opportunity to go to China at the start of the summer for work. There's possibly an opportunity to go do a contract in China for like, which this has been something that was, you know, talked to me about end of last summer. Of like, oh hey, we can put you in contact with these people who would like to work with you, and you can go to China and work there for a month. So I had that idea in the back of my mind, because they were like, we'll have more information for you in 2025. I think now that like playing like Black Myth and like seeing a lot of this like Chinese mythology and culture, I've got a lot more interest to go to China. And I was looking up that there's like these Black Myth tours where people take you to like the shrines and the paintings and all this sort of thing of like Journey to the West, of like Wukong stuff. So I'm kind of really interested in that. Of okay, maybe we'll see what deal can be made to go to China for like a month in July. It could be really exciting, but regardless of that, I'm interested in just, you know, learning more about Chinese history, learning more about Chinese mythology, all the stuff I've been reading about like Journey to the West and these studios and these people who worked on this game is like really interesting me. So that's like a big thing I'm taking away from Wukong at the moment. It's also because of the nature of it being like this slower paced action RPG, you know, character action game, Souls-like game, whatever you want to label it as, that you've got to like slow down and read things and plan, and I'm really liking that, and having to get myself into that mindset instead of just being like really like headstrong and going into situations. I think having to play like that and really like assess situations and move slow and go slower, so everything feels like it's going slower. I feel that that's also something that I'm thinking about a lot, and like about applying to my day-to-day life as well, and being like less headstrong and kind of like approaching situations like Black Myth Wukong boss battles, of like reading the situation, assessing the situation, and then making the correct measured responses at the right time. I don't know, for like a hyperactive person, it's rewiring my brain a bit. Because that's how I always do it at work. I take something and you know, I learn something in dance and then apply it to boxing, or I learn something in boxing and apply it to, you know, study of language or whatever. So I'm at the moment, I'm kind of like taking you know, boss battles from a video game and seeing how it can apply to interactions with people. Not to say they're bosses, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. So Black Myth's really on the mind. I've been enjoying that a lot. Yeah, content at the moment. So that's kind of the little update of what's going on with me, and always just that overlying thing of just like working to keep this up, working really hard to keep this up, and it's all. I think the words I keep coming back to is patience and kindness. You know, of like those are the types of things I'm trying to consistently apply to myself and try and consistently extend to the people around me. And of course, that stuff can be very, very, very challenging because we all have our you know our limits of what we can cope with and whatever. And I'm just trying to ride that line the best I can at the moment. Here in January, it's going pretty good. Expect over the next like sort of few videos. I did post my top 10 video games of 2024. There'll be a movies one coming soon, a TV show one coming soon, an anime one coming soon, a comic book one coming soon. When it comes to comic books, I think I'll probably talk specifically a little bit more about the Zootopia comic book that started from, I think, Dynamite. I think they've still got like Disney licensing. I think Dynamite put that out. They put that out this week, the first issue. I think it's a 5-issue series of Zootopia. I'll probably talk about that a bit more specifically in some regard as well, because like furry people probably kind of interested in that. I do want to kind of talk about people's sort of like relationship with furry in general. So we'll kind of talk about that a little bit more. And I do have a 30-day challenge that I'm mapping out for myself. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to launch that, but I'm going to launch this 30-day challenge for myself. And if anybody else wants to take part in the way I'm doing it, the time I'm doing it, or they want to take it and modify for themselves, or they just want to watch me doing it, I'll let you guys all know. But I want to come up with I'm coming up with a 30-day challenge. All about kind of consistency and taking care of yourself with a kind of like compassionate and realistic standpoint to doing that, rather than being some crazy like do 500 push-ups every day. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about that. When I'm ready to start that, I'll let you guys know and I'll tell you how that's formatted. Right now, I want to get some food in my belly. Yeah, I want to get some food in my belly. And I want to say goodbye and peace out and thank you for stopping by. And I'll try to vaguely remember what I talked about here so I can give this some video title that maybe does or does not reflect what we are speaking on here today. But there we go. Lots of love. Mwah. Bye, 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 bye.